So I'm here today to talk about something that happened to me. I arrived in Berlin 5 months ago to work for SoundCloud, and in the meanwhile I attended a conference called Berlin Music Hack Day, which the purpose of it is to hack on audio on the web, or not, but my purpose was to actually find what could be done, the boundaries of what can be done on the web in what's related to audio. So Berlin Music Hack Day happened, I think, 3 months ago, and I just set my purpose to do some crazy shit as long as it was related to audio. So that was my goal. What did I do? Well, I had an idea about... sorry, I'm a bit too fast for my slides, but I can catch up. So what I wanted was, this is what we have currently on the web. We have pretty recently HTML5 audio, and by the way, it's still a bit buggy on many browsers. And I wondered, so we have all these audio capability, all these graphics capabilities on the web, which is like Canvas, CSS3 shit, and WebGL, and SVG, and whatsoever. Where's the audio, you know? Even on personal computers, we have such advanced graphic cards, and we have 16 bits audio cards on most of them. It's like it's treated like dewback shit. It's I don't know why. Well, I want this, you know. I want to be able to have this on a web browser. I know it's too far-fetched, maybe, I don't know, but why not? So we have WebGL on the browser now. Who could have imagined that, you know? So, do you know what this is? Who knows this? Who ever used this? Put your hand in the air. One person? Man. Okay, so this is Ableton Live. It's a digital audio workstation, pretty good one. And so I wanted to, of course, so I'm not going to do this in 12 hours. That was the time of the competition in Music Hack Day. But I wanted to do something that resembled some advanced audio. I set to search what was available on the web. What could we do more than just play, pause, seek? That's boring. I discovered some blog posts, some things. One of those was that we can actually raw manipulate audio data, in this case WAV, and put them as a data URI on the audio tag. So you can actually do audio synthesis in this way. If you know some DSP, digital signal processing, you can do that pretty easily. But it's not versatile, it's not flexible, you can't go much further. This was one of the things that I found that I could use to do this. I don't know what project, I just wanted to build something cool. Next thing I found was the Mozilla Audio Data API, which is still a work in progress. But the leap, the step that I had to give to actually do something, to have feedback, the distance between starting to code and having that feeling, oh, this is cool, you know, like the feedback loop was too big. It expects that we developers, not like DSP programmers, implement everything on top of JavaScript API. So after that, I had something Flash. So Flash was not an option for me, as that's not a standard way of doing things for me. I just avoid it completely. I don't know about you, but since you're on JSConf, I hope you do. So I found sorry, there's water pouring around. I found a Google Web Audio API. So this was instantly kind of the solution. I thought it was good for my problem. And it basically provides a way for you to manipulate audio on a web browser with a very well-defined API. And the main advantage of this API over the Mozilla one, as I view it, I'm not just advocating by advocate, just it solved my problem quicker. It was that the common things that you want to do with audio, it already implements it. It already has API methods written in C++ really fast for you to do common things. So the feedback loop that I was talking about was reduced to this size, really small. But I forgot to tell you this. It still has the option to actually implement your own DSP algorithms on top of it. So it has all the advantages. I really didn't need it, and I don't want to get knee-deep on that, but that's what I went for. So that was it. It was love at first sight. Yeah, it was really love at first sight. I got really amazed with it, and for around 15 minutes, I tried to understand it as a whole, but there was some problems. It is experimental, and as you know, any experimental API, which is still not a standard, it's a mess to understand, and there is no docs, there is nothing. Well, yeah, that's the hacking started. Am I talking too fast? Some opinions, please? Yes. Yeah? Okay, it's cool, thank you. Okay. Well, I tried, yeah. But I got angry, I got frustrated, because I was on a rush, right? I was on a kind of programming contest. I wanted to do something quick and fast. I didn't want to do something well. It's like the difference between engineering and hacking. So like we have Felix somewhere that gave a talk on Reject.js about that. Like when you don't have time, you have to hack. You don't have to engineer. And I got really angry because it was so undocumented. It was so buggy. It was really unstable in some points, and it was difficult to understand if you wanted just to jump in and do something. Well, I was really almost quitting. I was angry, yeah. But what I did was thinking about what I was doing, and I had to set this purpose of doing some crazy audio thing. So I just, okay, I'm gonna read the spec. For the fact, I've never read the whole spec in my life at that point. It was kind of daunting to do it, but I did it. It was, damn, it was really hard. I read the spec, and it was really huge and complex, and it was more than I needed. And but in the end, guess what? It was good for me. I had a reference point of behavior. I knew that when something went wrong, and it shouldn't, I had that reference. That's what specs are for, right? Sometimes browser vendors don't read them. All right. So I started hacking again. After reading the spec, I, more successfully this time, got really productive. I got really building and trying ideas and what could be done. So after 12 hours of non-stop coding, 12 Red Bulls, 1 neck pain, 1 back pain, and like infinite size of frustration, yeah, I got some feeling of satisfaction. And, well, I built this. Yeah, it's called AutoJet, and it was born immature. The version that I'm showing you today, it's a bit more polished. I was committing until like some 15 minutes ago. But I'm going to show you what I built, what this API in 12 hours of hacking, I could build this. So, as I told you, I work for SoundCloud, so probably every hack that I do, it includes their API, our API. This loads sounds from SoundCloud, loads the waveform, And you can crop parts of the waveform into a new sound and upload it directly to SoundCloud without any flash, just native APIs. I'm going to demo that. I hope we have sound, but let's see here. Okay, I'm going to play a bit of the first part for you to understand what sound it is. Yeah, it's Imperial March. I think you already understood that my talk is a bit themed on Star Wars. I'm gonna reset it, doing a new, more smaller thing. This is the result. Of course, it's not a music creation, it's just sound. I'm not tending to the creativity part, but this is showing off what you can do with the web audio here. Thank you. Okay, but last but not least, I wanted to go further. I wanted to be able to upload this result to save it. So I set up that extra mile to actually put it out to SoundCloud. That involves XHR2 and generating your WAV file with blobs, which was kind of a pain, yeah. For someone that never messed some solo level, it was a pain, but at some point I got it right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna upload it to SoundCloud first. I'm gonna connect my account. It's connected, uploading. Should be there now. Let's check it out on my account. Here it is. It's the same audio file. So, after, let me go back to my slides. So after this experience, I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to contribute to it. I wanted to actually tell you, everyone, that we can do more with audio on the web. So I was in contact for since then with the creator of the Web Audio API, Chris Rogers from Google. He's a very, very open to communication guy and very nice. And he's working like crazy on it to make it really, really good for us to use it. So that thing that I was telling, the frustration from starting out, from no docs, from everything, it's actually much slower now. The API is much better. It's more stable. It's enabled by default in Google Chrome now. And I think you should actually try it. All right. So, wrapping up, is this. Audio on the web is no longer a ghetto. It was, until very recently. People just don't care about it. It's all about the visuals and the graphics, which are really good, but we have more senses than vision. And once this is in place, we have endless possibilities to do a lot of things. So, for example, from the Zynga guys that were here before, with this API, you could actually implement something which is 3D space this word is difficult. 3D space on sound. So on sound on games, you can actually localize where the sound comes from and objects, and this API is prepared for that. And it should be standardized. It should be cross-browser, so that we don't we don't want more API wars. We just want something that we can use, it's ready, it's fast, and it's available. And there is some kind of a rumor, I heard, that this API really soon is going to be maybe available on Safari and on mobile Safari. This rumor I read in Peter Beverley blog. So let's hope that that happens, because if that happens, it leaves Mozilla to actually implement it as well, and we have all this power everywhere. So, do I still have water? Yeah. As you know, we don't have access to microphones and camera as right now from a web browser. That's the WebRTC API, which is being developed. And that's another use case. Imagine that you have a microphone, or you have a stream of audio and video, and you can no longer just manipulate the images, but you can manipulate the sound live on any device. If this API gets standardized, sorry, this went into. All right. The one message that I want you to take from this talk is that stop thinking only in one sense of your body. We have more. Unmute the web. Make it loud. Make it creative on the audio side. Just unleash your creative potential, not only on what we already know, but go out there, hack around, just do it as you've been doing until now, but apply it to other senses. The web has been too silent until now. George Lucas, I think, he would be really, really happy with this. Okay, this is it. I don't know if I went too fast or too slow, but I want to thank to Music Hack Berlin, because they set me in this path of actually appreciating that we can unmute the web. And to Chris Rogers, creator of a web audio API, not just by creating it, but by being really, really open to communication. So every problem that I had, I could discuss with him with a very different time zone, which was difficult, but could handle it. To JSConf, to let me tell you my concerns about what's happening on this field, and to every one of you to hear me. Thank you. Yeah.
Questions?
Still have audio? Yeah. Just one thing. So yeah, this is available on these URLs, this talk, the Audio Jedi app, the source, about me. You can access it if you want. Yeah, questions? Anyone? No one? All right. Okay, then I talk really clearly.
Thank you very much.
The guy. No, there's a guy outside. Yeah, sorry. Wait, microphone is coming.
So hi, more
Hi.
like a comment. So you had very good ideas how to evolve this API. So
Idea how to be bold, you said?
you had very good ideas, but I think you should, standardization community is really open. So there are open mailing lists as W3C. So you should really, push your ideas through W3C.
To actually make a standard?
Yes. So
Yeah.
the standardization community is open to all the developers out there. So, I mean, we're all the same.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you my ideas about that. So standardization I'm just going to talk about standardization on this topic. I think it should go really through a very simple way. You guys should try what best suits you. You shouldn't just listen to me and saying this is the best one. I'm agnostic every time. I know I seem to try selling something, but this solved my problem in really short time. This was a solution to my problem. It may be not for yours, but it may be not for yours. But what I want you to do, that's what I said. You should go out there, you should hack, you should try out experimental APIs, you should move the web forward, push the boundaries, try undocumented things, try out what's really brand new, and contribute to its development, because this is still being developed. So if you have an opinion on it, you can actually change the course of it. So yeah, that's my opinion on this.
Amen. Yes, amen to that.
Okay, thank you.
Another question?
There is a question here.
Yeah.
Do you intend to have a tool for mixing on SoundCloud?
Well, this that I showed you, this was a hack, you know. It was built just to impress people. That was a part of it. But this is independent from SoundCloud. I may, yes, develop this further, but just for the fun of it. It's not going to be a product anytime soon. Yeah. Does that answer your question? Yeah, thank you.
What's your favorite song?
Don't ask me, I'm a techno DJ. I don't have a favorite song.
You'll have fun tonight then.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.